most important period of human life. Poets have described it as a spring of life of human beings and an important era in the total lifespan. The young people in the age group of 10 to 24 years in India constitutes one of the precious resources characterized by growth and development and is a phase of vulnerability often influenced by several intrinsic and extrinsic factors that affect their health and safety. According to a 2017 study released by The Lancet, 1 in 7 Indians, about 197.3 million or 14.3% of the country's total population, have mental disorders, which has almost doubled since 1990. But these remain largely unrecognized and untreated. The characteristics which emerge during this period involve a tendency to experiment and seek novel experiences, a heightened sense of vulnerability, a low-risk perception, an intense desire for independence, and an inner search for self-identity which gradually shape up their personality throughout their developing years. This is a period of major physical, physiological, psychological, and behavioral changes with changing patterns of social interactions and relationships. Youth is a window of opportunity that sets the stage for a healthy and productive adulthood and to reduce the likelihood of health problems in later years. It is also an age of impulsivity accompanied by vulnerability, influenced by peer groups and media that result in changes in perception and practice and characterized by decision-making skills or abilities along with acquisition of new emotional, cognitive, and social skills. At least 20% of young people are likely to experience some form of mental illness such as depression, mood disorders, substance abuse, eating disorders, suicidal behaviors, etc. Mental health as a topic still confuses many. A condition like depression is confused with sadness and is used casually by people without really understanding what it means, thus making the topic trivial. Sadness isn't always depression. Confusion isn't always a hallucination. Lack of ability to learn quickly isn't ignorance always. It may be dyslexia or ADHD as well. People with mental illness are often considered weak-willed with low self-esteem and they face the consequences of not being able to make the right decision and effort. Such perceptions are often indifferent to the suffering of people with mental illness, making it difficult to seek help because of the fear of judgment and prejudice and rarely become a serious problem until the person commits suicide. Some of the recent incidents of student suicides during the lockdown for reasons like difficulty in attending online classes, the inability of parents to afford the cost of education, phone addiction, etc. clearly indicates how additional stress caused by lockdown and media to the already distressed young people pushed them over the edge, reaching the stage of committing suicide. Adult support is thus needed for the learning to navigate difficult emotions. While it is necessary to encourage children to develop certain habits for better physical health, aspects of mental health are often not properly addressed, which is why children are addicted and self-harming, which is an unhealthy way of coping behavior. Modern technological devices have left children feeling more lonely and depressed than ever before. Jean M. Twenge, in her book Have Smartphones Destroyed Generation, explores that there had occurred a paradigm shift or a large cultural and ideological changes over time. Face-to-face interactions were much more common than today, as she remembers herself spending hours with friends almost every day when she was growing up. In contrast, society appears to have evolved to exist only around the device and face-to-face interactions are lower than ever. This lack of face-to-face interaction is supplemented by extreme virtual interactions that make youth today more depressed than ever. This represents a paradigm shift to show the extreme ideological changes that have taken place in the society, the transition from interpersonal experiences to virtual being. The biggest challenge is that the youth are rarely encouraged to express themselves, and obedience is more important than the person's interest. In addition, practices such as body shaming, bullying, violence, family collapse, and conflict quietly deplete inner resources such as self confidence, self esteem, and gratitude, which supports a person's mental resilience. It's a crucial period in developing social and emotional habits that are important for mental health. This includes adoption of healthy sleep patterns, regular exercises, coping, problem solving, interpersonal skill development, and learning to deal with emotions. There are several factors that affect mental health. The more risk factors that adolescents are exposed to, the greater the potential impact on mental health. Factors that contribute to the adolescent stress include exposure to adversity, then pressure to adapt to peers, and their quest for identity. Other vital determinants consist of quality of their home life and relationship with peers. Violence, especially bullying and sexual violence, harsh parenting, and intense and socio-economic issues are recognized dangers to mental health. When young people learn to cope with immense emotions or calm themselves down during difficult situations, they are likely to feel good about themselves. Learning to manage life's small worries so that they don't become big problems, and doing things they are anxious about instead of avoiding uncomfortable situations are all good for their mental well-being.